Dangin Nira, Akor danin uframevna, ebhika. Lesson 18. Numbers. One of the first things usually learned in a language is how to count. This has been delayed with Dangin Nira due to the slight complexity of the system. Dangin Nira originally used a hexadecimal counting system, but this has been adapted to the mainstream decimal system in use throughout the world. Here are the first 16 numbers. Ani, Dan, Itar, Ufuld, Les, Ho, Keyek, Rudek, Vir, Am, Gem, Trut, Sed, Bab, Yoz, Akor. From there, it starts to get a little complicated. Here are 17 through 19. Akor ani, Akor dan, Akor itar. These come from the idea that 17 is 16 plus 1, etc. Originally, the numbers would have continued like this until 32, but this has been changed to adhere to the decimal system. 20 is dan am. After that, you simply put the number after dan am. So, 21 through 29 would be dan am ani, dan am dan, dan am itar, dan am ufuld, dan am les, dan am ho, dan am keyek, dan am rudek, dan am vir. Numbers involving 30, 40, 50, and etc. work the same way. So 30 is itar am, 40 is ufuld am, 50 is les am, and so on. 31 is itar am ani, 42 is ufuld am dan, 55 is les am les, and so on. This continues until vir am vir, 99. 100 is amimor. And then the process starts anew. 101 is amimor ani. 134 is amimar itar am ufuld. 187 is amimor rudek am keyek. 562 is les amimor ho am dan, and so on. After vir amimor vir am vir, 999, we get animem, 1000. The logic continues to apply. For example, 24,713 would be danam ufuld animem keyek amimor sed. 1,000,000 is danmem, and 1,000,000,000 is itarmem. Numbers requiring millions and billions can be built up the same way we've been doing. For example, 11,515,817,266 would be gem itarmem, les amimor yos dan mem, rudek amimor akorani animem, dan amimor ho am ho. If you want to talk about a number of things, you simply put the number before the noun. So, 12 cars would be trut banda, or 4 cousins would be ufuld yotka. Notice that you don't need eb here, just the number. Eb is only used for a plural quantity of unspecified amount. These numbers can also be made into ordinal adjectives, that is, words in English like first, second, third, etc. The ordinals for 1 through 16 are anin, danin, itarin, ufuldin, lesin, hoin, keyekin, rudekin, virin, amzin, gemin, trutin, sedin, babin, yozin, akorin. Notice that hoin is pronounced ho-in and not hoin. The O and the I are separate. And notice that amzin has a Z. This is to distinguish it from anin. When dealing with more complex numbers, the rightmost digit is the one that becomes ordinal. For example, 331st would be itar amimor itar am anin, and 720th would be keyek amimor dan amzin. The ordinals for 100, 1000, million, and billion are amimorin, animemin, danmemin, and itarmemin. So 10 billionth would be am itarmemin. Note that as adjectives, ordinals do have to change according to case. So for example, sinkersa betek itariglo hepsumerg hoinu tsetke would mean, my brother gave the third girl the sixth apple. Notice how, as opposed to in English, you have to say the third or the sixth. In Dangin Nira, you do not need to say nen. An important preposition dealing with numbers is sot. It is what is called a partitive preposition. It is used when describing portions of a whole. First you say the portion, followed by sot, then the whole. For example, itar nasentsat dakra sotles would mean 3 out of 5 doctors. Notice how in Dangin Nira, if you're referring to numbered quantities of one kind of thing, the thing is mentioned in the portion, not the whole. As another example, ekrites dantsetke sotnen ufuld would mean, I ate 2 of the 4 apples. Sot is also used with non-numbered quantities. For example, if we define litra as liter, then ho litra sot smita would mean 6 liters of water. There is also a correlative suffix related to numbers, sir. It denotes amounts. So we have esir, how many or how much. Tasir, that many or that much. Yetasir, this many or this much. Ikotasir, yonder amount. Wedsir, some amount. Vusir, any amount. Glosir, the entire amount. Degsir, no amount. And strosir, another amount. Degsir is used to mean 0. It also has an ordinal form, degsirin, 0th. These correlatives can be used in 2 ways. First, they can be used directly with the thing quantified. For examples, esir siria, how many flowers? Tasir smita, that much water. Vusir gungola, any amount of rocks. Degsir metka, no ice. Second, they can be used with sot. Sot is used with correlatives when describing a portion of a definite whole. For example, yetasir sotnen epsulusra, this many of the oranges. Notice how when the whole amount is defined without a number, eb is once again required. Also as an example, wetsir baba sotnen akor, some of the 16 dogs. Notice how if the whole is not explicitly numbered, like nen epsulusra, the noun is specified in the whole. But if the whole is explicitly numbered, then the noun is specified in the portion, even if a sir correlative is used, like in wetsir baba sotnen akor. You can also get chains of sot phrases. For example, if we define Pesla as milk, then glosir litra sotnen les sot Pesla would mean all of the 5 liters of milk. Finally, it is now possible to discuss ages. To ask for someone's age, you say, esir kolvune meglom, how many years do you possess? To answer, you say something like, meglos dan am ani kolvune, I possess 21 years. You can put whatever number your age is in place of dan am ani. To practice, write down, then say out loud your age in Dangin Nira, in the format meglos tasir kolvune, I have this amount of years. That's quite enough for one lesson. You've learned how to count, how to use ordinal numbers, how to use the preposition sot, how to use the sir correlatives, and how to ask for ages, and how to give your own. Make sure you're able to count up to 100 in Dangin Nira from memory, then move on to the next video.